Murat Aslan is an associate professor at Istanbul's Hasan Kalyoncu University. He's also a security analyst. And Hasan, you returned from Libya fewer than 24 hours ago. So tell us what it was like there. What did you see and what were people telling you?
We were in Libya to just present the project we had concluded before. It was about security sector reform in Libya. But after concluding this report, unfortunately, Haftar attacked Tripoli. And we wanted to survey what people think about a probable security sector reform and also their attitude towards Haftar's attack, mainly in Tripoli and to some parts in Misrata city. It's clear that most of the individuals we had talked was very clear that they do not want an authoritarian leader like Gaddafi and against a kind of regime that is supported by the other states other than their own will, people's will. And they were determined to repel any kind of attack to Tripoli. On the other hand, they were a bit confused that the cities at the west of Libya was, fluctuating in terms of unity before, and they want to see a kind of encouragement to have all these cities united and, sound a unique stance against Haftar.
In terms of who is actually doing the fighting, so we have state and non-state actors involved. But what about the non-state actors and how complicated has that made the situation for people? You mentioned Misrata. There are militias, so non-state actors from that city that are helping the UN-backed government in Tripoli defend itself against Haftar's illegal militia. But there are militias all over the country. How complicated has it made the situation? And when, eventually, will there be able to be some sort of overall control of these different non-state actors and fighting units?
Actually, this is the problem. Because in Libya now, there are three actors. The first one is the state itself. The second one, Haftar, and the other one is militia. And militias are not that much bound to state actor. If they feel that their cities are threatened, they organize themselves and resist. So what to do is very clear in Libya. First, there must be a state mechanism. And the second thing, there must be a reformation to build up a state organ for security. And the units that are illegal must be, cleaned up. And the common perception in cities like Misrata or Zawiya or the other ones at the south of Tripoli are very clear that they want to actually build up an army, a police force, and a border unit and want to go back their homes. But this instability, the current instability, deters such kind of, desires in Libya.
Murat, what do you think the reaction in the EU is going to be if this bill passes and then Turkish troops end up on Libyan soil? Because there is a feeling that that is the last thing that France, Germany, the UK want, because it will make Turkey an important actor in Libya, and that the EU wants to counter that. But how could it possibly counter it?
I think EU is in contradiction. The priority of EU is to prevent immigration coming from the African countries, as you know. On the other hand, an unstable country like Libya, as a gate to Africa, is a probable route for immigration towards Europe. So France, for instance, supports Haftar, and it facilitates further immigration waves towards EU. On the other hand, there's another dynamic. It's Eastern Mediterranean, because energy politics surpasses the counter-immigration politics in the EU circles. So EU is just in between preventing immigration by having a stable Libya or having energy of the Eastern Mediterranean be transferred to Europe. So I think Europe must decide on it first.
As a Turk in Libya, were people coming up to you and saying, we need Turkish troops here, and if Turkish troops are here, we can finally, after years of Haftar, defeat him?
Okay, the expectation from Turkey is not to have a war in Libya.
Sure, but the Libyans may feel differently.
Yeah, I asked this. What they expect is first to contribute to balance and stability by a psychological effect, psychological diffusion. And the second thing, they need mentorship because they know something to be done, because they are actually civilian, and they expect Turkey to train to direct them in the way to build an army or a security mechanism over there. And at the meantime, if Haftar presses much, they want to have Turkey to back these militias by means of artillery or air force. So there's an expectation, not only in military means, but a long-term commitment in building a security mechanism in Libya.
Murat, really appreciate it, and how fortunate for us that you've come back from Libya to give us first-hand information from there. Really, thank you so much, Murat Aslan.
Thank you.